There's a randomness to our own circumstances. We don't choose the families we were born into, we don't choose the country we were born into. Whether our parents had wealth that they could pass on to us, whether we had access to good quality schools, if we were adequately fed during our infant years to make sure that we had good growth and development. There were circumstances as we were growing up that impact where we are right now, and that impact our ability to progress going forward.
The Heifer Ranch and Global Gateway Village in particular gives children an opportunity to have an immersive experience, to take a deep dive into what it's like to be living in another country where the people are living in poverty.
This is a place where you can come and actually see what those problems are and what we can do to help.
It's like theater, and it's telling a story, it's becoming that person. So a simulation like this or a dramatization is really a great way to teach them.
It helps to break down the notion that people are living in poverty because they're lazy. People living in poverty are probably the hardest working people there are, and it's just the type of work that doesn't get compensated monetarily. Trying to put 3 meals on the table every day is, no one's going to pay you to do that, but it's a lot of work.
Growing your own food, caring for animals, getting resources from your animals, getting milk. This is really their income. This is like their job. Like, these children have moms and dads who go out and work and come home and have a paycheck. Well, this is their farm and their yak. That's their income.
In some ways, poverty can be thought of as, as lack of choice. You're living in poverty if you don't have the choice of what you want to put on the table. You don't have choice about what you're going to do each day.
We had a certain amount of money to buy these things we needed to make this dinner with, and it wasn't much.
There's no regulation, and people, if they're living on the margins, are trying to get as much for their goods as they can.
What a contrast to walk into that marketplace and bargain and haggle for a cup of barley just to feed your family. If we didn't do this right, we wouldn't have eaten that night.
When we finally had our meal, I think it was about a tablespoon of cabbage. Their body felt the cold, their body felt that hunger. Their heart has now been part of it, not just their intellect.
It does challenge assumptions about what it takes to be happy. What role do material possessions play in that? How does a closer connection to nature mitigate against things that make you unhappy? How does having fewer possessions make you cherish things more?
People gain a new appreciation for their own circumstances when they're able to compare them with others. But we hope that people will move beyond that. What can I do about that? Do I want to do something about that? And if so, what?
Like, if you don't even know it's happening, then how can you be part of a solution?